Well, Paul, is the perhaps key emotion one of frustration after that?
Yeah, we had enough entries into the final third. We have enough ball. We have enough dominance for large periods of the game, and we come away with 1 point from it. So there's obviously a hint of disappointment there, because we should be taking 3 points from a game like that, and that's a massive disappointment in there. As you can understand. So yeah, that's 2 points lost for us really.
And ultimately, their 2 goals came from their only 2 shots on target, which perhaps will only add to that frustration. Yeah,
very much so. They're a counter-attacking side. We knew they'd sit in. They can break very quickly. They've got decent players on the ball if you allow them. For large periods, we didn't allow them. We pressed. We just stopped doing that. We switched off a couple of times and got punished. But we can't give 3 shots from the edge of our box. They're throwing themselves in front of things on the edge of their own box and stopping and getting blocks and getting headers in, and we didn't do that, and we got punished for it. So yeah, really frustrated, really disappointed.
Can you? One of the narratives of Rotherham's season is you create an awful lot. You're just not taking the chances, and we've seen it again today. Outside of games, how can you improve on that?
We have to work on the training ground. I think it wasn't so much clear-cut chances today. It was getting into good areas and not picking the right pass. I don't think there was a host of clear-cut chances, particularly in the second half. But there was great opportunities to pick the right pass, pick the right cross, get an extra pass in there with a bit of quality to create a clear-cut chance. And that was the disappointment. Loads of efforts, but not with any quality. So that's another major disappointment. But we've got to work on that. We've got to work on that. The effort's there, the entries into the final third are there, the shots are there, the dominance at times is there. Just a little bit of quality at crucial times is just lacking a little bit at the moment.
And yet, even at the end, the New York Stadium's thinking Wilkes, corner of the box, last minute. Well, more than that even. Is it going to happen? It just didn't quite happen.
Well, we believed it'd happen. As soon as the break comes, it's 2v2. You see Malik driving inside. And I think if he engages the guy and takes it into the box, I think the guy's got a real problem there. He goes for a worldie in the top bag. If it comes off, fantastic. But another wrong decision for Malik. He's had a fantastic game. He makes things happen. He's fantastic going out. I get off the edge of my seat. When he gets the ball, just that final decision at a crucial time again. But that was part and parcel of the whole performance in many ways.
He has had a good game today. But if I'm to use the polite phrase of overly shackled at times, goodness me, he's had to deal with some treatment too.
I just felt the referee didn't nail that down early doors in the game, and that's something we said to him at half time. You're allowing them those little niggly fouls every time we're breaking, every time we get a chance to break on the counter ourselves. It's a little soft foul, it's a little pullback, it's a little cheap foul. I think if he yellow cards people earlier in the game, that doesn't happen. But it became a consistent theme of what they did, and it sport the game. It was very stop-start. We want a high-tempo flowing game, and they did their job. They cheap little fouls, but the referee allowed that.
Do you feel as though you're creaking towards being up to speed and getting consistency? I mean, you've not really had what you would describe as a bad 45 minutes, but more frustrating ones.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. It's frustration. There was a lot of good things. I've got to re-emphasise it. You can't be in the final third as many times as we were without that little bit of quality, and that was what was lacking today.
In terms of injuries, Kelly didn't play today. How serious is that?
No, he got a fantastic block in last week and tweaked his groin a little bit. So hopefully that's not too serious. So hopefully that's a couple of weeks maximum. So fingers crossed that heals quite quickly. So he's a miss. We managed to get Chris Teehee back on the grass today. He's missed a couple of weeks, so he was a little bit short of match fitness. Hence why he had to come off later on in the game, which cost us a little bit because I thought he came in and he got us ticking over. We broke the play up and he kept us. He kept the midfield flowing. So that was a bit of a miss when we had to take Chris off. But hopefully that was just fatigue and tired legs there really. But yeah, so hopefully Kelly shouldn't be too long. And I say Chris, it was just fatigue with him.
The other story of the day is that Cam Humphreys has finally scored his first ever senior goal. He'll go home with some kind of a smile on his face today.
Yeah, very much so. That's an area of the game as well. We've been working on set pieces. We need to work a lot more on set pieces. They're crucial to us. And we're not really getting enough out of them. So it was nice to score from a corner today, albeit from a second phase, a little bobble around in there, and Cam got his foot on it. But we need to do more from set pieces as well. That's a big part of what we want to do in terms of creating goals and scoring goals. But obviously we need to be better in that area as well. But there's loads to improve on. Disappointed to throw away 2 points today from a dominant performance, but just that little bit of quality was lacking at crucial times.